Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to do a quick video just on how I pick my beads up and apply. I've had a few questions, I've had a few requests of a couple of people just to do this, so I just thought I've got a quick, I've got a quick half an hour, so I thought I would just do this for you. I'm going to try my best. I have got a sore hand. I don't know what I've done to it, but it's a bit swollen and a bit sore, so I'm going to try my best to do this. So I'm just going to show you what I'd do if this was a client. I've just put the full cover tips on my FX hand, and I've not extended her out. They're just the full cover tips, because I'm just, obviously this is just for demonstration purposes. Okay, so I go into my monomer. Oops, I hope this is all going to be in shot. Okay, I've burnt my brush first, so make sure I've got all the air bubbles out. And I give that a wipe, then I go in, I wipe 1, 2, 3, and then I just go 1, 2, 3, and just get a small bead of clear, and I just pop this down. I do this on every single set, whether I know my client comes back for a redesign and file off or a new set. I just find it helps my sets when I do it like this, helps them stay on. So I just put a thin clear base. So again, wipe twice, 1, 2, 3, just a small wet, that's a better bead, just a small wet bead, very, very thin, and you'll be able to see, well, I've done it in a minute, because once I've done all this, you'll see that it's dried. So wipe twice, I go in 1, 2, 3, just a small wet bead, and I just cover the nail with that first. I have tried all different ways. Obviously everyone works different. Obviously prep is your key when doing nails, but I know everyone has their own way of working. Not everyone puts a clear base down. People like to build with the colours, but this is how I work. I know a few people asked me, so I thought I'd just tell you how I work. Okay, so going back to that first one, you can see how they were shiny before. Whoops, now they've gone matte. Won't be a second, my hand is just hurting a bit. Oh, I don't know what I've done to it. Alright, I'm just going to do, I get rid of my clear now. I'm just going to do just a basic ombre colour with white and nude, which I haven't even got out. I've got a new colour, I'm going to use that. I've got this new one, which is Fantasy. I've been wanting to give this a go. I should have got a bigger pot. All my other core powders are in these size pots, but for some reason I went for a small one. Okay, so I'm going to go in first with my white on all of the nails. Okay, so we're going in, we're wiping 1, 2, and then we're going in for 1, 2, 3. Okay, you've got your bead. Placing that onto your nail. You shouldn't have much left on your brush. Give your brush one wipe, and then just manoeuvre that product where you're wanting it. With an ombre, you don't want to be messing too much with the free edge, because you need to get the back part blended. Okay, I'm just going to go in with just another little bead. So 1, 2, 3. Just on that free edge again, and just blend that right up. Your brush really does all your work for you. So your brush is, while you're using your brush that's full of monomer, that should be smoothing your acrylic down at all times. I'm just going to go onto this one while that one sets up. Go into the monomer, 1, 2, then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, pick your bead up, place it on the nail, push it off. Whoops, that wasn't a great pick up on that one. Okay, I'm going to bring that down the nail, and then we're going to bring that product and blend it back. That will obviously stop your shadowing when you put your next colour on. Okay, and I'm just going to go in again with another small bead, just on that free edge, and just bring that product back up and blend. Keeping that free edge straight, making sure your sides are tucked in at all times. Okay, so while that one's setting up, we're going to go back to this one. So we're going to dip in, wipe twice, and we're going to go one. Sorry, my brush has gone a funny shape. Let me just start again. Okay, 1, 2, 3. You've got your bead. Place your bead on. You shouldn't have much product left on your brush. Give it a wipe and then go back in. Swipe that product down and then just feather that back. So then you'll get that seamless blend when you put your next colour on. Okay, then I always like to just go in just with another little bead just at my free edge and just blend that back a bit. Okay, and then we're going to do middle finger. So doing that again, and then 1, 2, 3. Get your bead, place it on, swipe your brush, and then go into manoeuvring your product where you want it. So all the time, your brush that is full of monomer is doing all the work for you. So it's smoothing that acrylic out. So I'm going to go in again with a smaller bead this time on that free edge, and then just swipe and blend that product, feather it back. Keep making sure your sides at all times are straight down the side. Okay, so that is your white. So I'm just going to get rid of that coconut milk. White is a very difficult colour to work with. That's why this one, when CJP bought this out, it is a really good colour to work with. I know white can be quite hard. So mine's always that coconut milk, my go-to white. Okay, so I'm just going to put my monomer at the top now, and I'll put this at the bottom. Hopefully it's all in shot. Okay, I'm just going to make sure my brush is nice and clean now, ready for my next colour. So I'm swiping twice, then I'm going 1, 2, 3. I don't want a big bead, just like a medium bead really. Placing that on, giving it a few seconds to settle, and then we're going to get the tip of that and just bring that down. Just the tip of that bead. You're not bringing the whole bead down. Oh, always get a little bit of... Sorry, there's a hair there. I can't get it out. I'm not going to mess with the nail. Okay, then we're just going to blend that product back. Obviously not getting any on the skin like I just have. Okay, we're going to go in with another tiny bead. It's going to be the cuticle bead. Okay, so we're going to let that float, then we're going to use your brush as a barrier. So you're going to tuck that bead into the cuticle, leaving most of the product there because that is your cuticle and your strength. Okay, and I'm just going to go in with another teeny weeny bead just up this side and just blend that round. Okay, so I will move on to this one now. I'm just going to try and zoom you in slightly just so you can see me doing this bead. Obviously you can't see me what I'm doing with the pickup, but I have showed you that a few times. So 1, 2, 3 into my nude colour. We're going to place that on. We're just going to let that settle. So you can see that is now settling, and then we're going to push out to the side, push out to the side, and then we're going to take the very edge of that bead and just swipe that down the nail. keep swiping. That is smoothing that product out for you. As I said, your brush is doing all the work. I'm just going to blend that back with the tip of my brush. And you're just using your brush just to smooth that monomer out. Make sure those sides are in. And I'm going to go in now with the cuticle bead. So 1, 2, 3. Place my cuticle bead at the top. That's going to go in to the cuticle using your brush as a barrier, and then most of that product is going to stay there, providing your apex and giving you that strength. Okay, I'm just going to go in this side. Going on the skin. I'm going to zoom you back out. Okay, so I'm going to go back onto this one. So 1, 2, 3. Place that on. Probably just brought that down slightly too much where it needs to be. Bringing the front of that bead down. And then pushing that back. I'm going to go in with another tiny bead, which is your cuticle bead. Leaving that on the apex because that is going to be your strength. I'm just going to go back in just to show you can perfect your ombre as well, just by going back in with some white. I'm really whitening that tip, so I'm just going to do the same with my first one I did. I'm just going to get a little bit of white and just blend that back, and then that should give you a just brightens the, I like a really bright white tip. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in with the ring finger. So 1, 2, 3, and then place that on. We're just going to let that settle. Then we're just going to push it out to the side, and swipe the tip of that bead down. Oops. And then we're just going to blend that back. Okay, then we're going to go in 1, 2, 3 with our cuticle bead, using your brush as a barrier, going all the way around, leaving the product in the back third or your apex, sorry about that. Okay, and then I'm just going to go in like I've done with the others, just with a bit of white on that tip, just to whiten that tip a bit. It's the first time I've used that fantasy on a set, but yeah, it's a nice colour. Okay, so then once I'm happy with my ombres, I am then going to cap them in clear. Okay, so I'll just bring my clearing tippy out, so the same again. In fact, I usually change my brush at this stage, so I'm just going to go in. This one is a size 16, I was using a size 12. So I'm just burping my brush, getting all those air bubbles out. Now I do a 3 swipe because these bigger brushes obviously hold a lot more monomer. And then we're 1, 2, 3, pick that bead up, place that bead on your nail, and because I've built quite a lot of the apex with my colour, this is literally just to protect my blend. Keeping those sides in, and you're using your brush again that's full of monomer to smooth out that product. That's smoothing out that product, it looks like glass. Okay, so I'll do 3 wipes, maybe 4, and I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, pick that bead up, place that bead on the nail, and then just covering and protecting all that hard work that you've done with that ombre with your clear. Obviously at all times you should be tipping the nail so you can see that you've got your apex and your structure in the right place. And if you need some more monomer, just get that monomer on and that will smooth out that acrylic for you. You see, smooth, no lumps and no bumps. Okay, again, 1, 2, 3. Got my acrylic bead, placing it on. And then just covering that nail just in a thin bead of that clear, just to protect that ombre that you've done. Sorry guys, I'm banging my stand. Okay, and then you're just using your brush that's full of that monomer, smoothing that nail down. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Place that onto your nail. Tilting the finger, obviously I don't think I said that earlier. Tilting the finger, gravity naturally pulls it away from the cuticle. And then keep wiping that brush, you don't want any monomer stuck in it. You can go back into your monomer if you want and just smooth that acrylic. So as you can see, I mean, I've not used that fancy before, so application wasn't 100%, but you can see how smooth my nails are. Really minimal filing. I don't like filing, so that's why I like to get my application on point as I can, because the less filing the better, especially when I've got sore hand and things. Okay, I'm just gonna let those set up and I will give them, I'll probably just come back and maybe just file one with you because I don't think I'm gonna be able to do much with my hand. So I'll be back shortly, guys. Hi guys, right, so I'm just gonna give just one of these nails a file. So I'm using a new file here, so just in case nobody knows, new files are extremely sharp, so you need to always get an old file and just dull those edges off. You can feel the difference. If you went along there and then went along there, it makes a big difference because you don't want to be cutting anyone with those edges. So I'm just making sure it's all smoothed off. Okay, so I'll be going in, keeping your file straight and just going into the side. Keeping that straight at all times. Okay, we're going to do the other side. Oh, I'm really struggling with my hand to file this, guys. So, okay, so we're just keeping that straight. Okay, we're going to do the free edge. These files are so good. Okay, then we're just going to go around the cuticle area. Okay, and then we're just going to go across the whole nail. Way of keeping that crisp, sharp shape as well. If some people wonder how you get that such sharp coffin shape, is when you're filing, keep your file, don't go right to the edge with your file, I find. So keep your file like this, don't be going, you can see straight away, just doing one file, zoom in there, just doing one file wrong, then you can just see the difference in that corner to that corner just by curving it once. So keeping it butted up against the nail, straight, straight, straight. Don't go to the end of the file, take it off, straight, straight, straight. And then that will get you your crisp shape. I'll just zoom back out. So that didn't take long to do that bit of filing. Just gonna brush any of that dust off, then I'm gonna go in with my buffer. So I've got my rougher side, this is an old one. So I'm just gonna buff on that whole nail. Obviously checking that I've got that apex in the right place. Okay, then I'm gonna go on to the smoother side of my buffer. Okay guys, I'm just going to go off camera, file the rest of those, and I'll come back and top coat with you. Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, so I've filed, buffed and cleansed my nails. So I'm just going to go in with top coat now. So I'm using the CJP Time to Shine. I'll get it off. Okay, doing a nice coat of this. Just shine with this. It's one of my favourite top coats. I have been in the market of trying some new ones recently. I do want to get the new Tracy Lou top coat. That one looks really nice. Okay, I'm just going to pop those in the lamp for 60 seconds because it's an LED. Obviously UV would need 2 minutes. And I have a play with these later on. Gorgeous are they? Holographic foils from the Glitter Pot Girls, these. Stunning. Really nice. I don't know if they're double-sided. So that's quite nice as well on the other side. I used this one in a set earlier, that's why there's some missing. It's here. Really nice. Okay. So I'll just go through what I have used. I've used coconut milk and Fantasy today. With the CJP monomer, I use my Goddess brushes and a top coat in CJP as well. And these are my Goddess, so that's the 12 and the other one's the 16. Okay, those nails have cured now. Okay, so there you go. I do hope, zoom out slightly, I do hope this has helped with what you asked for. Obviously it is difficult, this is only a fake hand, so it is harder to do. Excuse my awful nails. But yeah, I hope that helped. If you want any other help with anything else, I will try my best to help you. Hope this has helped. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.